Remember that part in Disclosure Day when? This is a really good member chat on so many levels. Abigor, I'm going to give you applause. Well done.
Nerderotic.com.
All right, so let's get to the box office. Steven Spielberg, the 79-year-old Steven Spielberg, I said it in my video, we are at the cinematic equivalent of having to take away Grandpa's keys. It's a very sad day, okay? I remember having to do this with my mom, like for real, and it was not cool. I didn't like it at all. But mom, whatever the dementia stuff was hitting in, and she was just not, it was not safe for her or others to drive. So we had to take away the keys, and it's very sad. And it's going to happen to all of us if we're lucky. If we're lucky to get that old, our kids are going to go, you can't drive anymore. Shit, that might happen to me in the next couple of years. Disclosure Day touches down with 44 million opening. Obsession defies gravity in week 5. Obsession is that movie that comes around once a generation, not even once a few years, once a generation. I haven't even seen it, but I can tell you what the cultural relevance, it's not as big as Blair Witch, because I just don't think movies are as big as they were back in the 90s. But those of us who are around for Blair Witch know the hype for that was unfucking believable. People were running out of theaters. People were passing out in theaters. People refused to go back into movie. Like, it was nuts. What was really helpful with Blair Witch is they did this little documentary thing on Sci-Fi that kind of was a companion to it. Like, the documentary wasn't great, but it was to make it feel like this actually happened. And if you plant that in people's head, it makes the hype so much more. Now, I like Blair Witch for what it was, right? This is something different because by all accounts, this is a good movie. So Blair Witch was cool, and it was a gimmick, and it was found footage, and everybody started using the found footage shit. But this is a movie, so that's where it's different. And I don't know how it doesn't get nominated for Best Picture at this point. It has to, because this movie is saving Hollywood's ass in more ways than one. Because all their big blockbusters, not all, but most, are floundering. Masters of the Universe, a lot of people like that movie. It's a fucking flop. It's a massive flop. And Spielberg, I don't know what the budget was of Spielberg's a different story. It's the end of an era, so it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad, but again, it's kind of like with Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who. It's the realization that it's been over for a long time. The original summer movie filmmaker met the new generation of directors this weekend, with Steven Spielberg Disclosure Day entering the fray amid summer dominated by Gen Z hits Obsession and Backrooms. Spielberg's $115 million budgeted UFO will land. Maybe they should have spent a little more money, because the CGI was not just dodgy, it was shit. And land at around 44 million domestically and 93.9 million globally this weekend. A solid start for the filmmaker's first popcorn movie in 8 years, since he released Ready Player One. How much of that did he direct? I mean, the VFX supervisor directed most of that. It will become Spielberg's top grossing opening weekend domestically for an original feature, as well as his company Amblin's, I want to say Amblan, biggest original opening. The film is appealing to older audience with a 59% over 35, while 57% of the audience is male. And it will die out. But, listen, people are going to go see a Spielberg movie. That's fine. It's terrible. I have a review on it. It's terrible. And I hate to say that, but I wanted this. It's clickbait. The movie's clickbait. It's not about Disclosure Day. It's a chase movie. Curry Barker's word of mouth hit Obsession, which shows that word of mouth is still the best marketing of all time. That will never change. Continues to breathe rarefied air at the box office and is expected to bring in $19 million in its 5th weekend, declining just 25%. It will hit number 2 and is the rare movie that has 4 consecutive weekends bigger than its opening. The feature has broken numerous records for Focus, including becoming its biggest movie domestically and globally for the studio. It looks to end the weekend with a domestic haul of $188 million. That's insane. Once we can break out of horror and get movies like this and other genres, then we're talking about a true indie revolution that we've needed for so long. And you want to know why the indie revolution has been held off? I'll give you 3 letters. DEI. That's what's held it off. A couple little white boys making some movies, doing well. YouTubers. Disclosure Day, 44 million. Obsession, 19. Scary Movie, which wasn't good, 14. Backrooms, 11 million. Masters of the Universe, 8. Then we get to Mango and Grok, which we'll talk about. Michael's doing very well. It's probably going to hit 1 billion worldwide. That's great. The Furious, Garrett liked it. Stop That Train, don't know what. Amazing Digital Circus, that's another YouTube thing, right? Devil Wears Prada 2 is killing it. I knew that would do well. You make a movie for women. Although my wife, who adores the first movie, it's one of her favorite movies, said the movie sucked. And Train Spotting in 4K is at 21. I love that. I love it. It's great. It's great. It's almost like we said, you can only do the corporate slop for so long. You can only do the the creatively bankrupt corporate slop for so long. And it's strange how things hit the zeitgeist and how they have commonality with the failure of Star Wars and Doctor Who, it being blamed on the fans. But then I saw Matthew Hammond, Stargate not being made because they want to make it for the fans. And then Hollywood scratches their head and goes, wonder what's wrong. Because there is a mantra in Hollywood that you shouldn't make things for the fans. It makes things, fan service is bad. Fan service is bad. You need to give them what they need, not what they want. Now, there's a certain aspect of that is true if you're some kind of auteur making an original film, but they have applied that to intellectual property. Intellectual property is a sandbox that somebody else built. They put in the sand. They made the rules. This is where they're really fucking stupid. When they bought Star Wars, they really thought they were buying Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader and Chewbacca and the rights to sell the toys, which is all true. But who buys all their shit? It is the fans. But they never get to that point. They buy that and they go, well, we make it and now give us our money. Come on. And the fans never enter their mind. The fans are loathed. They're looked at generally in Hollywood as a bunch of mongoloids. Just look at how creatives react to you. In all mediums, look at how they react to you.
Nerdrotic.com. Please